Hi besties, hi bunnies. Coffee's cold, truce brewing. Let's hit the road. Just Machado wheeling hand, time to unfold. Early light breaks, coffee chilling in my grip. Hi besties, hi bunnies, join the trip. Cruising mass highway, spilling secrets for hours. 1 to 3 deep, no holds barred, owning our power. Squad's got my back, riding waves through the storm. Besties and bunnies, keeping it warm. Got that wild spark, singing random and free. Keeping the vibe alive, just you and me. Trolls creeping in, haters twisting the feet. Weak shots flying, but they can't plant the seed. Jabbing in my style, my fire, my rise. Obsessed in the shadows, watching with jealous eyes. Drama stirrers calling grift, but facts don't lie. While y'all fume, my lights touching the sky. Reddit ghosts lurking, basement critique so low. Keep throwing shade, watch this bunny glow. Meow, 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 meow. Hey. Meow, 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 feel it now. Bunny. Just Machado show, chasing down the real. Besties and bunnies got that unbreakable seal. Meow, 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 trolls fade away. Truth in the air, lighting up the day. After dark or dawn's first gleam, we claim the throne. Just as rolling, meow, if you're in the zone. Meow, meow.
Love to my besties trolls.
See the truth awaits. Just Machado show. Buckle up. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Feel it now. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Feel it now. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Feel it now. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Bunnies.
Good morning. Good morning. I can't believe it's snowing again right now. I wouldn't say that I'm depressed. I would just say that I sincerely need to maximize the most out of every day, whether it is with tasks or things I choose to do or things I want to do. And having prepped all day Sunday for this snow, that was my day. That was my day to be at home, to lock in, to bake, to cook, to prepare, which we did. Fine, Monday, we're okay. Fine, we're stuck. Tuesday, no. Wednesday, I mean, I'm like sad. I'm not demotivated. I'm being cock-blocked by this snow, and I don't want to be any longer. I want to be in my car going to get my coffee. I don't even think society was open yesterday. We are currently blocked back in because the plows came by, and I'm not complaining about them. But finally, yesterday, we started the morning with a plow coming down and clearing our street. And we have 2 driveways. So we have one driveway where my mother's car and my husband's work truck are. And the old Lexus is there waiting for Georgia. That's in the back. We can't even see it. But Jeff and my mother's car is in the front drive right on the main road. Like, it's not a main road, but it's Washington. They come down and Jeff is like, at a minimum, we can get those 2 cars out. Our side street, where my car and Jack's car is, and our second driveway is just a sea of snow. You cannot, there's no way. It's just, 3 feet of snow straight across from my house to the next house. Like, there's no road. They went out and Jack shoveled the front to get a path out the front gate. Jeff and him shoveled out the work truck or whatever. We're like, great. We see a front end loader, like a big, huge fucking yellow piece of equipment come down our side street because there's just no way the plows can do it. And they push the snow onto my neighbor's lawn. And like, I'm I'm beyond perplexed, but it's insane, the pile of snow. I'm very thankful we don't live in a space where we could possibly have that. And it looks like, okay, this is workable. They dig out those cars and the end of the driveway, and they fucking came back and did it again. And now there is snow. Let me go see the front. I'm outside, but it's fucking snowing again. Yeah, there's snow in front of the driveway where my car is. And like, now it's snowing again. And I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go out. I want to go get my coffee. I want to drive around. I want to do things. And this is just pushing everything in the world back. Somebody messaged me and said, hey, I haven't gotten my stuff from our members only live. That's because it's in the trunk of my car. It's in the trunk of my car because I was going to drop it off the day before my car had to go in, but then the car acted up. Then the car was getting fixed. I'm behind on everything. I'm having this is the best. My Republican town committee is hosting a town hall event where all of the candidates in our town are going to come to the middle school and ask questions, answer questions from residents. It was a big hit last year. We didn't think that we were going to have any candidates because every race was uncontested, but we scheduled it anyway. The town wouldn't give us, the middle school only gave us one date, which is next Tuesday, which is like crazy that there's no time to get this done. Like, people literally have to turn their papers in to be candidates, and then they get the notification from us like it's a week away. It's going to snow. It's going to snow on Tuesday. So like, it's only our second annual one. If we cancel it, we lose the momentum that we had the year before. I anticipate it's going to get canceled. There's nowhere to reschedule it. I feel the pressure to get it done, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get it. I'm like an idiot blindly going on with it as if it's going to happen. I've got to call a man who does a bugle and ask him if he can attend and play the national anthem for us like he did last time. Shout out Robbie. But knowing that there's a 99% chance we will not even be having this event. I haven't had a decent fucking coffee since like Friday of last week. I have spent more time talking to my two children than I have in I don't know how long. I know everything about everything now. We are caught up on life, essentially. We're caught up on life. Jack wanders into my room and he's like, hey, did I tell you? You fucking did. You absolutely fucking did tell me. You told me. You told me that, and you also told me about the other thing and the other thing. Georgia cleaned her room and would come downstairs and go, do you want these bracelets? No, I wear my Alex and Ani's now, so I don't need these. No, I'm all set. Put them in a bag and we'll donate them. She comes out, do you want this? No, I don't want that. Nope. Do you want this? Just get the fuck upstairs, clean your room, put it all in a bag and bring it all down. I'll go through it all before we donate it. And the food. Yesterday, Jack comes in after shoveling. Mom, can you make me a coffee? It's got to be the fucking 15th iced coffee I've made this kid. Yep, make you a coffee. Then it was, you know what would be great, Mom? I'm going to go in the shower after shoveling out all our cars. Can you make me the special mac and cheese? The creamy one? Of course I can. Of course. Of course. After I just made 5 fucking meals for this whole house. Listen, I am meant to mother, but this is asking too much. Okay? I would never have survived the olden days. I need to get in my car and go zooming around this town and get my coffees and talk to people. Are we going to address the fact that we ran into Lucy from Dunkin' Donuts in the wild? Are we going to address that I saw her at Walmart in the middle of the snow prep? Okay, good. Yesterday happened to be my lovely daughter Julia's 25th birthday. Now, I have raised my children to be big birthday people, as you can imagine. We make a big deal out of birthdays here. Why wouldn't I? I'm obsessed that you're my children. I'm so glad you're here. Also, it's a great opportunity for me to remind you about how I carried you for 9 months and sacrificed my career and my life for you. So we make a big deal. Well, how can we make a big deal out of a birthday when everybody's snowed in? This has caused Julia to FaceTime me probably no less than 10 times. I'll screen record it. Going, hi, Mama. It's my birthday, Mama. Mama, why are we not celebrate my birthday? We will. We'll celebrate this weekend. I know, Mama, but it's my birthday. Now, we did have plans. Prior to this fucking snowmageddon, we were going to go to Black Goose Cafe for breakfast in the morning, just the two of us, because everybody would be at school. And then she was going to come here for dinner time, and we were going to do dinner and gifts and cake. Julia is very upset that this did not happen. I am kind of upset that it didn't happen, but at the same time, even at like 10:30 last night when she called me, I said, "Julia, we're just going to celebrate on Sunday. Like it's okay. We'll do family dinner on Sunday." And she's like, "I know." I was like, "But we'll still do it." And she's like, "I know." And I'm like, "You're going to be okay." Why is she like this? Well, how about one year when she was at UConn, I surprised her and brought up her high school friends up to UConn and surprised her. How Why is my daughter like this? Because last year we did crazy birthday celebration things. Reagan is just sitting majestically in the snow. I've got to get him inside. I can't be out here anymore. It's time to go in. Let's go make a mediocre coffee. Let's go. Jeffrey has been working from home. Look at this. This is the snow clothes. However, look at this. You can get one of those at Walmart if you want. We're going to go make a coffee and then we're going to go upstairs and do this in the office. I believe Jeffrey is already working. Obviously, he's not. All right, we're going to make a coffee and we're going to go upstairs. Add to that. No, we're going to make a hot cocoa. Okay. Gingy and Ace say hi. I just fed them. All right, we're waiting for this coffee. TT's here. TT's off. She gets another day home. She finally got her power back. Great, hold on, that's going. So I don't know what's open around me because we couldn't get out. Jeff, oh, hold on, it's ready. All right, let's go upstairs. Reagan, you're majestic. I don't know what else to tell you. No, mommy's going to the office. We're not hanging out right now. Do not go on my bed. Hold on, I have to close the door in my room because these two will go on my bed and they're wet. Hold on. No, just head back downstairs. Head back downstairs. I'm going to set up my computer. Hold on. Okay, can you guys hear me? I switched over to my laptop. Oh, let's get out of this. Okay, perfect. All right, fine. We're in the studio. We're on the laptop. Okay, so I'm just not myself. Like like, first of all, in the grand scheme of things, this is totally fine, right? Everything is completely okay. I'm just saying that, like, the first day or two, I was like, okay, but day 2, 3, or 4, I'm not. And I would really like to get out of the house, but I also don't know where I would go or what I would do. And like, then that seems flagrant and irresponsible. And so, like, whatever. I don't know. I wanted to finish doing my Bunny After Dark wallpaper, but it has not been delivered yet. I don't know. The roads are bad. Yeah. Love that for us. So it's just another day. Also, what is forgotten is last week was school vacation for Georgia. So Georgia has been out of school since like the whole week before. Well, there's no way to get out now until we dig out again because they have this bitch. Somerset was like at the top of the snow chain with like 30 some odd inches of snow. And so it's pretty crazy here. I'm sure the main roads are okay, but I wouldn't know because the side roads are so bad. Mom group is just sending messages and, they're dealing with the same thing. I can't see that there is any school tomorrow. I do not know how they are going to get people, buses, whatever. This is the same boring shit. Anyway, I fell asleep last night listening to the Valid Truth Journey of Aidan Carney in regards to Jennifer Altman. Was I excited that that was finally taking place? Of course. Was I? Thank the Lord I was in withdrawal driving home. Good morning, bestie. Thank you for that. And I didn't realize this was a super chat. You paid to rub this in our face, you son of a bitch. Thank you, besties. Aiden is continuing part 2 today, which is why I got up and did this because I don't want to miss that. So we're going to leave here and then we're going to go to watch that one. I don't know if we got to the meat and potatoes of everything. I was waiting for a little bit more. I'm thinking maybe it will come today. So far, there haven't been many surprises to me. But the fact that we are reading messages between them where she is just such a staunch supporter of his and a confidant, and to know that someone who purported to have that kind of like depth of caring and has now gone in the complete opposite direction, where, by the way, nothing was done specifically at her. So I think a kind of a key component to this is, okay, so Aiden took messages between him and I, and he shared them with Meredith, and that put me in a position where something I had denied ended up becoming public information, right? So I said one thing and what was it? What did I say? I don't even remember because it was so insignificant to me, but like, what was it? I can't remember, but anyway. And I denied it to that Chris Koala guy. I denied it on my show a couple of times, and a text message between me and him went to Meredith, and Meredith shared it. And yeah, it had, I don't know, something with audio, whatever. Anyway. So it made me look really bad, and I was pretty pissed off, by the way. I was pissed. And I got mad about it, and I raked him on my show. But like, if you go back and you watch that show, I was basically like pissed off at him, mad at him. We got into an argument. I shared that we got into an argument. I shared that he yelled at me. I was yelling at him. I was fucking crying. My kids were pissed. My husband was like, fuck this. Oh, the flip audio. All this stuff. To me, that wasn't enough for me to never talk to him again. I just needed to hold him accountable for that behavior in that moment and basically set the precedent that if you do this, this is how I'm going to react. He didn't like that I reacted that way. He did not like that I talked about it on my show. He did not like that the people who follow me were mad at him. He wanted to come on my show and he wanted to be able to like correct it. He texted me and he was like, "Can I come on the show today and kind of clear the air about it?" And I said no, because no, because this is what happens if you fuck me over, right? There is a consequence. And it was important for me to kind of like say, this is what happens when you do that to me. Now, maybe my following is very minuscule, obviously, compared to his. And maybe in a different life, he doesn't care about that, like that my followers were mad. But in this life, he cared. In this life, he was watching the comments. In this life, he was looking at this and people were pissed and being defensive. And I think that that was a very important piece of what happened. And it was like, I'm going to share exactly what happened. There are going to be consequences if this, please don't share my information with people. Please don't share our private text messages with people. I do not do that with you. Please don't do that. And so this is what will happen if you do. And I think it was really important to like kind of hold my own in that and not be scared. But it wasn't enough to say, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. I don't want to support you anymore. The fact that Jen Altman has gone a 180 on him, having never done anything to her, but more importantly, that he still defended her publicly and privately to a lot of people the whole time. There's no shortage of times where I've told him I thought that Jen Altman was disloyal and a mole and that she could hurt him. Many times I told him that. And he defended her. He said she was there in the beginning. And he like literally just continued to say, like, no, she's loyal to me. And I know I'm not the only one. I saw a comment last night in his live stream where somebody said, this chat on the show is so different now because people weren't afraid to say what they were thinking while he was going live without the fear of Jen Altman coming at them, blocking them, or doing whatever. And there were so many people who, it's crazy to think that she had that much power, but there were so many people associated with him that were like kind of stifled and didn't feel comfortable and had seen her being a cunt for so long. And, you know, he never listened to that. He literally just said, nope, there's no way. And to see that she turned against him for nothing, he didn't do anything to her. He held that fucking line for her all the way up until the end. And I think that's crazy that you just turned on him all of a sudden, his behaviors are atrocious to you. All of a sudden, his actions and the way he handled things are now beneath you. That's impossible. We have hundreds of text messages between the two of you where you were supporting him. You were aligning with him. You agreed with him. You did all of the things to support him. And he never did anything to you. That's what makes it even more sad, is that like he didn't do anything to her. This one probably has got to be the worst because he fucking defended her so many times. He defended her to me so many times, and I would roll my eyes and be like, "Okay, dude, you know, like, hey, I'm new. I'm new here. Maybe we didn't meet until trial one. You know what I mean? Like maybe." Well, we met when he was in jail, but like looking back, I don't know, maybe I just thought like, hey, Altman's been around a long time. It's just terrible. It take the Meredith shit out of it or whatever. It's terrible. No, but I have some people giving me a theory that she wanted him to and he wouldn't. Before she was married, of course. Yeah. So, I don't know. This is an interesting theory. This is an interesting theory. I have to believe that he would never. I think I would have to believe that he would never. What's this? Question. How many women go cuckoo before we say maybe Turtle Boy has some issues? What did Aiden do to Jen Altman? Nothing. He did nothing to her. He did nothing to her. She said on Spaces that she made up her mind to break off the friendship and tell him when she came back from vacation. Sure. Jen Altman very much enjoys the unique space of hearing both sides of a situation. And she and Broyles both enjoy listening to him and listening to Meredith and playing that middle moderator for either side. And there is probably a real high that comes along with knowing both sides of a situation. So you hearing from him, and then you get to go over and you get to say to her, like, oh, what happened? And then you get to pick a part of what she says and go give it to him, like as a breadcrumb. And then you get to go over to him and take a little bit of what he says and then go give it to her. And you act like you are being some sort of a like moderator. Lauren is saying it's a liaison. And that is a very like, to them, to these people, like a, like in their lives that are pathetic. This is a big deal. Like, this is a big deal. So to me, and I'm not bragging about myself, but I just need to explain how I view things. So I have so many other wonderful things in my life, as you clearly know, because I talk about them all the time, not to shove them in people's faces who don't have them, but I enjoy sharing my life with everybody. Like I could never, there's just, my brain is going in so many different directions in regards to like politics, my family, my kids, my home, my daughter's home, my kids' boyfriends and girlfriends, their jobs, their schooling, plus like the things I like and my friends, and like then my interests like music and art, and then like add to it culture, and like then me liking to go places and try new restaurants and go to concerts and sports and then football season. And like my life is so full that I don't have room for going to look at like the other side of things. I don't have room for it. I don't have the time. I don't wake up that way. It's the opposite. I depend on other people who enjoy doing this for fun and who don't have all of the things going on. And I'm not saying like your life is sucks, but like I do understand that I have women. Also, I have some men too, who maybe their kids are older, maybe they're retired, maybe they're single, maybe and their thing is this, and they share with me, and I depend very much on them for that. And I put Jen Altman in the category completely separate, which is not only does she have none of those things, but she's also like a very miserable person. And you know that by her comments to all of you. You know that by her moderating and how she does the chat, and you know that how she inboxes people, and she, like, somebody literally just said she just inboxed them again, like yesterday. Like, you can tell by her. Yes, this, my queen. Yes. See, it's like the perfect thing. And the fact that Altman and Jason Broyles have no life, that being that moderator or between these people is like a big fucking thing for them. It's crazy. And I can't imagine that Aiden gave them that gift for so long to be able to go between the both of them. And I think the reason he did it is because he wanted to hear what Meredith was saying. They were his connection to her, to make sure he was okay, to make sure she wasn't going to go crazy on him, to make sure he knew she was kind of kept at bay. You know, he admitted that he slept with her just before the Wilbur thing, right? Well, when he didn't respond to her the night of the Wilbur, and she showed up like a fucking stalker. I would never, dude. I would fucking never. If I fucked a guy on a fucking Wednesday and then on the Wilbur night, I text him and be like, I'd be ashamed not to fuck me, and he didn't answer, I would never show up there. That is the craziest thing in the world. Craziest thing. Let me give you a fun fact. Want a story? Let's see. Ron and I had broken up, and there's a little bit more to the story that I just can't get into because we're going to run out of time. It's a crazy story, but okay. Ron and I broke up. We broke up for about a year, and Ron got me an apartment, and I was all set up over there, you know, just that's because how it went. And then I ended up getting this job working at the Gap or whatever. And when I was working at the Gap, I occasionally needed a babysitter. And so I found a woman who did home daycare. Now, this was a very traumatic experience for me. I didn't want to do it. But it was somebody who knew somebody. And I went to her house, and she had a beautiful house in the Highlands. Her name was Kim. She had a husband. She had 3 kids. And I probably went over there multiple times. And she had another person whose child went there. And it was a very safe, great environment. She was very good. But I rarely needed her. Okay, rarely, because I would either work like a 3 to 10, and then my mom would just take her at 3, or Ron would help out, obviously, in between business stuff. So, I mean, I think I paid for the full week, but I think Julia only went there like maybe a day and a half, right? Whatever. So this was a very small amount of time, I think 9 months. Fast forward, Ron and I get back together. Then years later, Ron and I break up, and I am out one night, and I run into the husband of the woman who watched my kid, and he and the woman are divorced now. And he asked me out on a date, and I was like, oh, sure. Okay. So I went out on a date. No, I'm sorry. We scheduled a date. We were going to go out on the date. And I mean, listen, I get dressed. I go buy a new outfit. I'm getting excited. We're going to go out to dinner. I'm really excited. And he texts me 5 minutes beforehand, I think, and was like, I'm not gonna make it. And I was like, oh, okay, no problem. And I was all dressed up, and I ended up calling a friend, and I said, do you want to go to the Belmont Club and just have a couple drinks? Date canceled or whatever. And she was like, yeah. And we get to the Belmont Club, and I'm walking in the door, and out walks the guy. And I literally got in my car and drove away. I just was like, okay, we're not going in here. And I left. And he was like calling me. He's like, hey, Jess. I was like, okay, bye. Bye. You don't want to go out on a date with me? You think I'm going to fucking sit here and grovel and let you explain and talk to me? I mean, this is going back many, many years, Julia. This is 20 years ago. Like, goodbye. I would never even stay there. I would never talk to you. The answer is just farewell, sir. 100%. 100%. It was your brother's wedding and you left there. This is peak 5150. And so the fact that she got rejected, went to the Wilbur, went to the casino, was following him around and watching, is gross. It's gross. And it's a bizarre behavior. And I just don't understand why this isn't getting handled. So now let's fast forward to right now. We have supposedly, let's walk through this scenario. Jen Altman is a upstanding citizen. Okay. She is an upstanding citizen. She has a job. Her patients love her. She drives an Audi. She is married. She has a son in college. She is Jewish. She is rich. She is skinny. She has all of the characteristics of not only a decent person, but what she would consider to be an upstanding member of society. Okay. Okay. We don't believe that. You and I, we don't believe any of that. We know that based on all of those things, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are a good human being. It's actually the opposite. A regular person should understand that none of those things mean that you're a good person. Okay, but let's just go along with it. Let's go along with it. Jen is everything that she. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. You have to believe what I'm going to tell you right now. Okay. Think of the social classes in your community. Jen Altman is at the highest. Jen Altman is that person that owns that beautiful house that you drive by. She is skinny. She looks great in a pair of jeans and a white shirt. She's got a good bag. Her hair is that perfect color of blonde. She's got her nails done. She wears the best jewelry. She's got good sunglasses, not cheap ones, good sunglasses. A good shoe. She's got a good shoe on. She gets into her Audi. She goes to the best coffee place and orders herself a tea with honey. And she's just it. She is it. Okay. She drives to her office where she is a renowned breathing therapist. And she has many patients who depend on her and she makes their lives better. And she's there and she does her paperwork and everything is great. And stop laughing. Stop it. Listen, just follow me. Stop it. Her husband calls her while she's driving home from the office and he tells her he loves her and how pretty she is. Like, I'm so lucky I'm married to you. And she's like, thank you so much. I love you. And he's like, I love you too. Right. And she comes home and she starts cooking her best meal. It's most likely salmon with asparagus and some sort of like starch, right? But minimal. And she's poured her glass of or a glass of wine for herself. And there's wonderful classical music playing in the background. And her husband comes home from a long day. And while they're getting ready to eat at their countertop, her son calls from college and he's like, Mom, I made the chess team. And she's like, my God, I can't believe it. I'm so proud of you. And her husband, who's not the father, but he's a wonderful stepfather, he is like, God, we're so proud of you, kid. Kid, we're so proud of you. And she hangs up the phone and she opens up her phone and she Venmos him $500 with the congratulations emojis. She's like, congratulations, we're so proud of you. And she puts her phone down and she starts, eating her salmon. And her husband's talking about his day and the company's doing so well. And, she's just really interested in what is being said. And she gets up and he starts helping her clean the dishes, and they put everything in the dishwasher together. And it's summertime, so it's still light out, right? So it's like that perfect time of day. It's the golden hour. And he's like, "You want to take these wine glasses out to the back porch?" And so they go out their back door. And by the way, they have French doors. It's not like a slider or a regular door like the regular people. They've got French doors. And they open the French doors and they step right out onto their deck, and it's not wood, it's like the teak. And they sit down and they have the umbrella open, and they have like 2 acres of land. And so you can't no, this is I'm walking you through what Jen Altman's life is. This is what you think, what she knows it is. And so your eyes are closed and you're listening to this. And so they're overlooking like this vast yard, and they've got 2 glasses of wine. And Steve Libby, he uses his phone to turn on the music that is in built-in speakers that are strategically placed all around the deck. And they're listening to the Doobie Brothers. And life is amazing. And they've got it. They've got it made. It is a perfect, perfect day. And Jen's phone rings. And it's Meredith. And Meredith calls. And Jen says, "I've got to take this." And Steve goes, "Yeah, babe, go ahead." Right? And he's got his hand on her leg. And this upstanding citizen with a wonderful life, who has everything going for her, with a son who just got on the chess team, with her wonderful car and this deck with French doors, answers her phone. And on the other end of the phone is Meredith O'Neill. And Meredith O'Neill is screaming into the phone about how she was able to view messages between Aiden and Chelsea, and how Aiden is definitely cheating on his new girlfriend. And so I've gone and I've inverted the messages so that it looks as if it was Chelsea's messages and not Aiden's. And I'm going to get them going, and then I'm going to hand them over to Chris, and Chris is going to post them, and like, we're going to get him. We finally got him. And this upstanding citizen, Jen Altman, who is just living a wonderful life, doesn't hang up the phone, doesn't say, "I have no room for this in my life," doesn't say, "You need fucking help." She listens to her and then opens up her account on Twitter, and she posts, "Aiden's going to be going to jail." Like, does this scenario vibe to you properly? And I don't want to let you down, but you have to be let down because it's very anticlimactic. What I'm basically trying to say to you here is, if her life was as amazing and as awesome as she says it is, that person is not picking up that call. That call is not getting picked up. Do you understand? You understand that if your life is that good, and you're in that moment, and you are the person you say you are not disrupting your peace, your happiness, your wonderful life to answer the phone from a fucking crazy cunt who wants to go and ruin the life of an ex-boyfriend and put him in jail. So what I'm basically telling you is, everything Jen says her life is, it isn't. It isn't. It isn't. She isn't happy. She isn't at peace. She doesn't love her life. Because who the fuck would answer that phone call? Nobody would answer that call. Nobody would engage in that. Nobody would talk like that. You can't get to where Jen claims she is in life by ever being and acting like that. The reality of what Jen Altman's life is far different than what I explained to you. It's far different. The fact is, she drives all over the state, miserable in her car, listening to this. Good morning, Jen. With no validation in her life, no real friends, and a penchant for self-gratification. The real Jen, you were on Twitter all day, the day you got married. You woke up and you spent every fucking minute on your phone. Every minute. You talked about me the whole day of your wedding. You listened to me talk all day. And then you posted about me all day. And then you got married in your house. And then you were back on the internet again. That's more about what your life is. That is more about what your life is, Jen. The scenario that I gave you, that's my life. That scenario that I said, that's me. That's my life. That's what I do. Just a little bit more poor, but that's my life. Your life is the opposite. Your life is a joke. And maybe the people who are in your real life have absolutely no idea what you do on the internet. But that makes it even worse. That makes it even worse. Anyway, 10 o'clock, we're going to get the second part of this, and I would be very excited to watch that all with you. I will be in the chat. It's just an odd existence. You know what I mean? It's odd. It's an odd existence. Am I ready for part 2? Babe, yes. You know it. Ain't nobody got time for that. No. And I think there was another thing too, where the people who listen to Aiden, me, Jimmy, Will, this is their entertainment. This is their TV show, right? And the people who put on these productions, myself and Will and Jimmy and Aiden, Danny, and they do this for, well, I don't know about what Danny's whole situation is because there's a lot of them, but for me, this is my job. I do this for a living. And so I take it seriously. I work on it. These guys work on their shows, obviously, although it honestly looks effortless for Will and for Jimmy. I work really hard. They just turn the camera on and they're good. But like Aiden said, like this is, he gets paid to do this. This is his job. If you're not a listener who watches for entertainment and you're not the creator and you're some third option, which is what Jen Altman is, that is a very weird existence. You know what I mean? That's a very bizarre existence. And so I don't know. I think there's a lot to dissect with Altman and with Meredith. We're going to get ready to end because Aiden's going to start. I will say this. I received that notification on the show the other night, which was a adult content notification. I believe it's because there was a part of the show where I was showing the Wilbur and I was saying like, this girl wants to fuck Aiden, this girl wants to fuck Aiden. I'm not really sure what it was that tagged. There's multiple things. I Googled this. It is possible that this was reported and it wasn't just an organic, YouTube thing. So it did demonetize that whole episode. It has also made it not searchable. People have to click on an over 18 thing to watch it. It's almost just like, for me, that show didn't even exist. So it kind of sucks. Also, it was an impromptu one, so it's fine, but still, it's been causing me a ton of problems. And as you know, that there are many people who are listening to Meredith and are submitting complaints against my channel. So I've thought a lot about this because, again, I do this for a living, and I don't remember who it was. Was it Altman? Who was it that said, oh, it was like Amanda, maybe? Somebody, one of these three girls said something like she just got her first paycheck and it's going to be her last or something like that. That made me so upset because of, I think, what that will do to like my family, not me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty convinced that if I lost it all, like I could just ask one of you and you would let me live with you. Like Spicy Misty would literally let me live with her. I know that. I know somebody here would be like, please come live with us, Jessica. I won't even bring Jeff. It's just me. I don't worry about me. I just worry about my family. I worry about my daughter's wedding and all the things that these things are like, affording for me that have made, and believe me, 100%, I just go live with Romy. I could go live with Titi. I think I could. So I've been thinking about it. I'm thinking about, oh yeah, you're going to be adopted. All right. We're knock, knock. We're living with you now. Don't worry about it. See, I'm not worried about me. I am saying I worry about my kids. I worry about like the mental part of it with Georgia and how much I think she is just enjoying the life of a successful YouTube content creator. She's enjoying the relaxing financially. She seems to, Jack too, just seems to really enjoy that there is no stress because listen, when there is stress with money, it is felt in the home. You know what I mean? And I think that it is just, what does this say? You have to be careful messing with us people who have had nothing. We know how to deal. Try us. Facts. You shouldn't have all that anxiety, Jess. You should just dial it back a bit and stick to fun content and you'll be fine. Well, sometimes we have to slum it sometimes. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. So, oh my God. So, it does cause me a little anxiety of what it will do to my kids. Listen, if anything happens to my channel, there have been 3 documented people, 4. So it's Meredith, it's Jen Altman, it's Amanda, and there is a 4th person. Her name is Melissa Costa. And if you don't know who Melissa Costa is yet, maybe it's time you do. She's from Fall River. She is a crazy left liberal. Like she went to New York to go campaign for Mondami. Okay. And I've known of her for a long time from Fall River shit. And she hates me because I'm a Republican. She has somehow now interjected herself in this. She is one of the people that filed a complaint against my YouTube channel. So if my YouTube channel goes away and these people come after my ability to provide for my family, then we will literally just take it from there. We won't have to sit around and guess and wonder who did it. And then we take it from there. In the meantime, we're just going to continue to do our own thing. It's Wednesday. Jen knows who she is. If you're not breaking TOS, your channel will be fine. I haven't seen you do anything that would get your channel removed. I know that, but I did get demonetized on an episode, and it also was not allowing people to super chat me. And so, even an impromptu show like that usually generates between $100 and $200 worth of ad revenue. And so that it doesn't get it. So that sucks. And also February was a weird month. It's a slow month. It's actually not. I mean, I don't know. We've got the rest of the week to go. We'll see. Oh my God, this was too much. Somebody has it clipped, but if you haven't clipped, go to Will's stream. Somebody has it, and it is, I don't know what's worse. Is Mike farting on screen or Will's reaction to it is I was laughing out loud. Jeff was like mad because I was watching in bed and this morning, and he was like, "Can you lower that?" And I was like, "I don't know. Like, I just don't know. You have to watch it." Yeah, it's demonetized. It wasn't searchable. It's got an over 18 thing on it. Like when you go into your YouTube studio, it's got like lots of red X's and yellow hazard emojis next to it. So anyway, it's 10 o'clock. I'm assuming let's get Aiden's link here so that you guys can go over to that. Hold on one second. Hold on. We have Money After Dark tonight. There's Aiden's link. He's already got it going. Nobody's there yet. Everybody's waiting. So you can head over to that. We have Money After Dark tonight at 7:05. And I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. As you know, it's better when we don't plan it. You know that, correct? Also, can you do me a favor? Please like this. If you're not subscribed, I know you all are, just subscribe. And you can share this. This was a good one to share. It wasn't that bad. I didn't say anything bad. We'll be back at 7 tonight. It's time to bring back out the Horizon Social chart, obviously. And also we might bring back puppets. I think I always say that, let's bring back all of these things. I'm looking at the Horizon Social chart right now and all of the magnets. Maybe we need to revisit this. I always feel like impromptu is the best. It is always the funniest. We can't work too hard. Honestly, I care more about my outfit than planning the show. It's my outfit makes it, really. If I have a good outfit, my favorite outfit so far in all of my shows has to be the yellowish orange turtleneck with the green headband and those big hoop earrings. It's my favorite one. Where's Kane been? I think Kane's on vacation, if I'm correct. I might be wrong, but I think he's on vacation. High school playoffs hockey. Let's go. I was watching the State of the Union last night while I was watching and listening to Aiden. Good one. Good one. Look at Moons. Moons over my hammy is letting me go stay. I follow someone let me know when Aiden goes live. I follow a girl on Instagram. Here we go again with who I follow, right? And now all of a sudden, now you guys will go follow, and then we're friends with them, and they're doing 24-hour live streams. I follow this girl, and she is a house manager for a couple of different people. And I think I would like that job. She does it for rich people, and she goes to the house in the morning. Usually when she goes there, everybody has left for the day. So she starts by cleaning off all the table from breakfast, loading the dishwasher. She does like all of the things I do, but there's nobody around. I'll bring her on tonight. How about that? I have to go watch the second part of our Valid Truth journey. We also have a new member. Thank you for joining us. Join us tonight at 7 p.m. for Bunny After Dark. Okay. So let's go over and watch. I need to go watch what's happening. Okay. Click the link in the, I just here you can go to. Here, go. Getting paid to do that. I know. I'm just very invested in it. I'm very interested in this. I'm very interested in this. Anyway, I'll bring her up tonight and you can see it. Like this post on your way out, said Coffee Case Files. Thank you for that. My dogs are going crazy. It's time to go listen to part 2. Bye, bestie. See you tonight for Bunny After Dark at 7. Bye.